So we're going to be very intentional and deliberate, right? There's some stuff we're going to do every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Thursday, every Friday, every Saturday, every Sunday. We're going to be very intentional and deliberate, and we're not going to let success happen to us. We're going to go take it. We're going to go create it. We're going to make up something that never existed before. I don't know, and maybe you guys know more than I do, but I don't know any motivational speaker in the world with a baseball hat and a pair of Yeezys. I don't know with the blue jeans on. I don't know the guy with the shorts and the t-shirt. Last time I checked, they all had on a nice white shirt with a nice blazer, right? And they all had a certain look. We made something that didn't exist before. We created it. We call it the hip hop preacher. We made it up and we made it popular. As a matter of fact, if you go online now, there are many sources that would say we're where in the world, CJ? Number one in the world. We made it up. So if it doesn't exist, don't worry. Make it up. No, I'm being honest. You think I'm playing? Just make it up. I'm a college graduate with a PhD. Never happened in my family before. I made it up. Nobody in my family has ever written books. We just made it up. CJ is a graduate. Candace is a graduate. Carl is a graduate. Tamisha is a graduate. We just made it up. And here we are in New Zealand. Let me tell you something. Most people that I grew up with will never see this. They'll never see this place. We've been all over the world. So look, you can make it up. You have within you the ability not to be a copycat. You have an ability to go to an industry and change that industry forever. It's in you, and that's why you're in this room, and that's why I'm challenging you when you walk out of this room. Anybody see the St. Louis video I did where I was going off on this kid at a high school? Anybody raise your hand? I just want to see a couple people who saw that. Hands down, watch this guy. People ask me, time, why would you do that? I said, because I loved it. And I saw greatness in him. And if you love somebody and you see greatness in them, you can't let them walk out and stay the same. So I'm challenging you today because greatness is in you and I need you to activate it. All right. So before I go to my last two slides, this is going to be painful for some of you, but I need you to think about what I'm going to say. And I want you to be honest. Nobody's watching. I'm not collecting this. I want you to be honest. If the highest scale is 120%, and people ask me, E.T., why not 100? Because 100% means that you do exactly what they tell you to do and you do it very well. 120% means you know the benchmarks. You reach the benchmarks with greatness, and then you create your own benchmarks. That's 120. So on a scale, being 120 is the highest. When you say, E.T., in terms of my life, in terms of being intentional, in terms of going at it, in terms of creating what does not exist, in terms of waking up every day and boom, making the most of every day, I can honestly say I'm at 120%. I'm giving everything I have. I don't have anything else left. You're giving 120. I just want you to raise your hand. I'm giving 100. I don't have nothing else left. E.T., I'm giving 90%. I'm giving about 90% effort right now. Okay, 80%. Raise your hand. I'm giving about 80% effort. Good. Write it down. Write it down. I know me and I know what I'm capable of. I'm probably giving 70% effort. Let me see your hand. 70% effort. Good. Hands down. 60%. Write down the number. 60%. Good, good. 50%. I know me. I'm probably giving 50%. Let me tell you something. New Zealand Air, is it New Zealand Airlines? Is that what it is? Let me tell y'all something. We were in England and we flew to Poland and somebody put us on EasyJet. And when I saw the airplane, I said, something's wrong. This is crayon. Somebody used crayons. That's right. It's like 4 colors. I'm like, there's something wrong with this, right? Never been on it before, but it looks average. We had to walk and go down and walk like a mile to get on the plane. I'm like, okay, something's wrong. We're walking a mile 0.5. This is, I could have jogged this. We started walking in. I saw the seats. I saw the way the people were. And I was like, unbelievable. One girl had like on a blue hookup. Another one had on the orange. My man had on like lime green, like nobody was matching. I was like, this is average. I'll be honest with y'all. We fly Virgin. And so the Virgin told us all the flights are gone. You guys are going to be on New Zealand Air. I'd never been on New Zealand Air before in my life. I asked a lady, I was like, are they good? Cause like y'all switching with them. Like y'all, I bought from Virgin. Y'all switching with are we good? She's like, are you going to be fine? So we walked up to the counter. All of them had on the same exact outfit. I was like, They looking, I told her, I said, you looking good. Right? Everybody was friendly. right? Everybody's like that family atmosphere. Matter of fact, we had a little challenge that we didn't know what our flight was. She's like, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. I'll call Virgin for you. She called my man at Virgin. He walked over and brought our returning tickets. I was like, yes. We get on the plane. I'm like, ooh, do they lay down? I'm like, we about to lay down to go there? Wow. TVs popped out, but the boom, TV. I'm like, wow. I couldn't sit down. What you like, champagne, apple juice, orange juice? I was just like, can I have everything? It's like, no, pick one. I was like, oh, I'll take the orange juice then. I'm talking about, man, we had a conversation. I don't remember the young lady's name, but we had a conversation with her for about 25 minutes. I was like, can you do that? Don't you have a job? We were in the air. And she just was, and where are you from? And you do what? And it's not your first time. She said, how many restaurants did she tell us about? See, about 6. The Grill. You remember any other ones that were on there? That's just a whole bunch of restaurants. I'm talking about, I didn't want to get off. When we landed, I was still, he was like, you rap. I'm like, I'm good. I'm like, I hope when we go back, they cancel Virgin. Cause I don't want to fly Virgin no more. I want New Zealand Air. I mean, it was an incredible experience. 120%. 120%. I went in the bathroom, guys. The bathroom had a window. I was like, look, I went back. I didn't even use the bathroom. I went back and grabbed my phone and went in there and did a video. I was like, all right, y'all, first time, you're not going to believe this. Okay, you see that? And then they had, what was the little decorative thing they had in the, was it like it was a towel made like what was it? What's that again? Yeah, there we go. Origami. He's smarter than I am, right? I didn't know the name for it, right? And it's right. I'm saying, what? Like a cruise ship. It's right there. And so I'm in the bathroom video. I forgot to use the bathroom, right? I was so excited. That's 120. And can I tell you the truth? I hate when people give 70%, but they want the life of somebody that's giving 120%. I challenge you. Your life is where it is because of the percentage that you're giving. That's why I get up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Why? Because I'm 120 and I'm living the 120 experience. All right. So let's get out of here. All right. Real quick. I got to go. All right. So what's your routine? I need you to have a routine. I want you to get up at the same time every day for the rest of your natural life or earlier. Right? Take breaks when you need to take breaks. Your body will tell you. Your creativity will tell you. So we're not saying don't take breaks. A part of going 120 is knowing when to rest. You need a daily routine. What time you go to bed? What time you wake up? What are the activities of the day? Now, Glenn, I don't have any empirical evidence, but I believe for every goal you have, there might be 1,000, 2,000 activities that have to take place in order for that dream to become a reality. I need you to identify what those are. I don't know what it is for you, but in order for me to do a video, there's a lot that has to take place in order for me to do a video. One, making sure that the clothes that I wear actually match the content. Making sure the environment I'm in is in the right environment. Listen to me. When we were with Rebel Sports this morning, we were unfortunately in an environment where there was a studio. It was a lot of noise. We had to do a few takes, right? While we were prepared, we weren't in the best environment because we had to do several takes. People ringing the doorbell in the middle of our take. Now that's kind of difficult when you were like me and like you feel stuff and you got to start all over again, right? So I don't know how many activities, but I guarantee you for every milestone, right, there might be 1,000 tasks. And I need you to identify what those are. And I need you to do it daily. This is what happens. When you start doing it daily, there's a momentum that happens. And there's some success that starts to happen to your life just because. Now look, guys, I did a couple videos, a couple voiceovers in the States, and guess what happened? Now I'm doing them all over the world. Right? Got it? And so today a big one came out in the States during a football game. Goodyear, are you blimp worthy? And here I am with a video releasing, and I'm in New Zealand doing another one, right? So routine. Good. We good? Good. Routine. Good. So what's your routine? Now be honest. How many of you guys in this room already have a routine that you're giving 120% to? Raise your hand. You're giving 120% to that routine. No variation. How many of you about 90% of the time you're sticking with your routine? Good. 80% of the time you're sticking with your routine. Good. 70% of the time you're sticking with your routine. Good. 50% of the time you're sticking with your routine. Good. Here's a key. If you don't have your dad in your life, your mom got pregnant early, you don't have a lot of money in the bank, you don't have a deep network, you can catch all the guys. I could name all the top motivational speakers for you. And I caught them by using this routine. So I caught them. Right? So I caught them. I'm going to prisons. I'm going to elementary, middle schools, high schools. I'm going to small universities, major universities. This is how I catch them. I have a routine. And what I've discovered is that the bigger you get, the less you do. So I just did the opposite. The bigger I get, the more influence I have. I was just with a guy back at home with the Clippers. His name is CP3. He's a basketball player. He has about 5 million followers. So we were on together. He was like, yo, E.T. is the best motivational speaker in the world. So all my stuff went up, right? So immediately after that, boom, I'm hitting schools. Like I will not be outworked. So I'm the opposite. When my influence goes up, my work goes up, which means what? Now I can go into a school because I'm famous back at home. I can go to a school and I don't need to do any paperwork. I can just call and say, yo, I'm in Detroit today. I'm in Chicago today. I'd love to come to your school. And they're like, we'd love to have you. When can you get here? I can be there in an hour. We'll have all the kids in the auditorium when you get here. Right? So my routine is how I kill them. Listen to me. This is what I love about what I teach. It doesn't require money and you don't need a certificate. Listen to me very close. You don't need anything to have a routine, but make your mind up that you want a routine and that you're going to stick with that thing, right? So I'm not saying you have to get up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning like I do. I'm not saying that. You can get up whenever you need to get up, but you need a routine and you need to stick with that routine. All right? Good. I just want to show you 2:30 a.m., 4:30 a.m. That's my spiritual, my personal time, my prayer and my meditation. Every day it happens. All right? Every day it happens. I start the same way. Spiritual. I just believe that I need to be spiritually strong. I believe that, right? Now, I don't teach that to other people. I'm not telling you to be what I am, but this is what's important for me. All right. Number 2 is the physical. I'm hitting that treadmill, right? Stationary bike, push-ups, sit-ups. That's my thing. And now I have a prayer line from 5:30 to 6:30 in the morning. There are a group of men that I call and we hold each other accountable. We talk about this is what our goals are for the day. This is what we need to get accomplished. And at the end of the day, we actually take what we've accomplished and we put it on a board, right? GroupMe. Anybody heard of GroupMe before? It's an app called GroupMe, and we're all together, and we put all our stuff up at the end of the day. Can I be honest with you guys? I think I'm more committed to the accountability than I am to the actual physical workout. Does that make sense to anybody? Like, I don't think that I really like working out. But what I don't want is everybody's putting up their stuff and I don't have nothing to put up. So I think that I'm not really like into, being physically fit. I'm into accountability. Right? So every day this happens. Good. C was teasing me. Where were we? Were we in England? I was on a prayer line. Right? What do you call that package that I had? Blowout. The blowout. Meaning what, C? Yep. How many prayer lines do I hit? Why? Because no matter where I'm in the world and no matter how much it costs, I have to stick with my routine because my routine has made me great. If it costs $5,000 to talk on the phone and to be able to do that right there, my routine. That's what Warren Buffett said. Richest man in the world. I'm in the room with 30 dudes and the richest man in the world. And he talks about his routine, how he has the same routine. And I'm saying if the richest man in the world has a routine, it's not rocket science. Seems like the routine must be the thing to do. Right? And some of you are losing. You are losing because you don't have a routine. You are losing. Look at me. I know my wife so well that I know how much time I have to spend with her. I know how many days in a row I have to spend with her. She's an only child. It gets to a point where you're getting on her nerve. And now that she has MS, what happens is there's a coating on your nerve that's no longer there. And so you really, when she said you getting on my nerve, like she really means you get on her nerve. I know my wife only needs 2 hours a day. But it's 2 hours, very intentional, deliberate, focused 2 hours. Not on the phone, not watching TV. She needs you right here. My wife like, I'm taking my nap. I need you. I'm like, I don't even like to sleep. All right, just hold me. And when I fall asleep, you can get out. And if I hold her 5 times out of 7 days, she's going to say I'm an excellent husband. If I only do it 4, she's like, you're a good husband. If I only do it 3, she's going to call C. See, he worked too much. See, what are you guys doing? See, you need to talk to your boy. See, it's getting out of hand now. He's spending too much time on the business and not enough time with his. See, hey, E, man, I'm going to need you to do 2 more days. I'm like, I got it, C.